Conversation Club is your global hub to boost fluency, network with inspiring professionals, and dive deep into today's hottest topics. Members get live conversation practice 7 times a week and much more. We only open enrollments every few months, so join the waitlist today if you don't want to miss out. Plus, you'll be sent a code for 40% off your first month of membership. The link is in the show notes. Now, let's dive into today's topic, the benefits of music. I'm Sheila, here with Natalia, also one of our ECC leaders. Natalia, how are you doing today?
Doing good. Can't complain. Everything's going well. What about you?
Yep, I'm doing pretty good today also. I started off the day at the gym. And I
Oh,
have to admit that that was the first time in a long time. But I'm trying to start a habit again because I did go to the gym a lot before, but I've been sliding really bad. So
well,
anyway, I
good for
went to the
you.
gym. Well, trying, yeah. So, interesting in these articles, music can have psychological benefits. I don't think that's a surprise, right?
No.
Um, Music can help us to relax the mind, help to energize the body, and even help to manage pain. And today at the gym, music helped me to feel more motivated and even to maybe push the limits a little bit more, especially if you've got
hmm
um, some of that music that like really makes you move and groove.
hmm
What
hmm
about you?
hmm Yeah, I agree completely. Did you to the gym? Did you bring your own music, or were you listening to the gym's music?
Yeah, so that was the thing. The gym had on some really loud
hmm
pumping, bass pumping music, but I didn't really like it. So I brought my own headphones and I listened to my own music because I have, certain things that make me feel more motivated than
hmm
others.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about
yeah,
you?
good for you. Yeah, I definitely choose my music based on what I want to do.
Mm.
So I'm very active. I don't really go to the gym, but I have like a home gym, and I like
Oh,
to run or jog, and so I literally, depending on how I feel, sometimes I like to jog and I just enjoy it, and so I'll just listen to music that I like, with no
nice.
particular beat. But then there's certain times where like, okay, I want to run fast, I want to do a 10-minute mile, and I'll change the my music to make sure it's very upbeat and
Yeah.
motivating. And those are
Mhm.
typically songs maybe I won't listen to in general, but for that
Right.
particular purpose, they're very motivating for me.
Exactly. Yeah. Interesting. The article it mentioned music is good to calm maybe your nerves or to make you feel less anxious when you're in a stressful situation. So, you know what I thought of automatically? My visits to the dentist.
Oh
When I've
yeah.
had little procedures, I have to say that, hearing the music, the soft music in the background, it helped me to calm down, be less anxious, be less nervous. Has that
Mhm.
happened to you before?
Yeah, I absolutely hate the dentist. It's like I don't know what it is. I turn
Yeah.
into like a little kid, that doesn't and I don't even like getting my teeth cleaned. I mean, I go regularly every 6 months, but the drilling and the sounds,
Right.
there's nothing about the experience that I like, but I
Right.
could see a
Not pleasant.
before and after. Yeah, I could see a before and after. Um, because I had a dentist who didn't have any music, and they would actually like, "Are you okay?" Like they could see the look on my face. They're like, "Are you? Is everything okay?" They could just see how uncomfortable I was, and I just wanted
Right.
to get out of there. And then my current dentist, they don't play even relaxing music. They just play like music that's on the radio,
Oh, okay.
kind of more of
Hmm.
an upbeat music, and I really like it. It's very distracting and really helps so much. Even
Oh,
if it's music I don't particularly like, but just it's I find it helps with the noises and the sound. It just it's nice. It's a nice distraction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. That's interesting. I mean, it's very helpful for the dentist too because they can't work on you when you're like so stiff and nervous that they want you to open your mouth and you can't open your mouth properly. You can't put your tongue on the side like you're supposed to. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's good for them as well.
that's
We're
so
all
true.
calm. Oh my goodness, too funny. Um, Something else that the articles mentioned is that music can help improve your memory. So this is good, especially with language learning, as a lot of our listeners are, right? And you and I
Mhm,
both have learned multiple languages, so we know.
mhm, mhm.
What are your thoughts on that with music and language learning?
Definitely. It definitely helps. Um, and I took this course before I started teaching that helped with language acquisition methodology, and
Mm,
one
I've
of
heard of that.
the methods was songs and singing, and it really opened my eyes. So I remember the instructor. He took a song that everyone knew very well. It was the Madonna song "La Isla Bonita," and
Mm,
most of those there didn't speak Spanish, and everyone was able to correctly say the words completely. Like, and he helped us realize that this is the power of the song and music
mm,
on your brain, that it actually brings in different parts of your brain that you can't really just access just having a conversation. So it kind of
mm.
really powers up your brain and gets more resources involved, and it really
Yes.
helps you remember. So I've used music in various classroom settings that I've taught English, and it was great for the students, and it was great for me
Yeah.
because you students are happier, you're happier, and it makes it so much more fun.
Yes, and that helps actually in the learning process when you're enjoying yourself and you're having a good
Mhm,
time. That
mhm,
definitely helps. Yeah.
mhm.
Thank
What
you for
about
sharing
you?
that. Yeah, yeah, same thing. I've used music, songs before with some of my students, and it's just a fun way to learn a language, and you're learning you don't even realize because
Mhm,
music, it helps it with your memory. It helps to learn new vocabulary words. Usually, you have the chorus of a certain song that's repeated during the song and other things. So you're using these expressions over and over and over again, and this helps in the memory, and then also, um, yeah, acquiring new vocabulary words. And
mhm,
also, it helps with listening because you're hearing English spoken in a relaxed, normal way, right? So,
mhm, mhm.
definitely, yeah, it definitely helps a lot. So, yeah, we
Yeah.
encourage everyone. Any type of music that you would recommend, or I don't know, what do you think about
Or not
the type of
recommend.
music?
Well,
Yeah, the type of music that people should listen to. Because sometimes our students ask us, right? Like, what do you recommend?
yeah, yeah. Well, I like what the article said. Go with a genre that you like, because if you hate it, you're not going to learn. But then
Exactly.
also, I would go with something that's not that complicated, like the article
Yeah.
mentioned, at your level, a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
And some, like, to be honest, you're listening. I'm fluent in English, you hear a song like, what did they say? Like,
Exactly.
sometimes you'll
Exactly.
be you're singing the song and you're singing the song wrong because they're not singing it very clearly. So that's
Yeah.
another another point. But
Exactly.
I would say something that's a little bit slower and clear,
Mm.
and about subjects that you want and vocabulary that you want to talk about. There's songs about everything.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so you can just have fun with it, and you can search based on vocabulary that you want to learn, or the genre. So I just say, I don't have any particular recommendations other than just have fun with it and enjoy it.
Exactly. No, I agree. That's kind of what I was going at too. I remember very distinctly when I was younger and singing songs um that I imagined them saying one thing and actually the lyrics were vulgar. And
Uh-oh.
I remember like being a teenager and like singing these words in front of my father. My father was like, "What are you singing?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's this." But then when I actually looked at the lyrics, it was something that was not something I would say in front of my dad, you know? So yeah, definitely I would agree. You should get a song that is at a reasonable pace. There's some music that they put so much into like one beat.
Mhm, mhm,
And it might be difficult for you to understand, or if there's a lot of like innuendo or like double meanings and things like that,
mhm,
that might be really difficult for you to learn.
mhm,
Yeah, so definitely go with like the classic music, and then styles of music that you like. So yeah, I
mhm,
agree, everybody is different, but there's something for everybody.
mhm.
Very good.
Definitely.
Pronunciation. Music, is it good for pronunciation, would you say?
I I would say it can be. It really depends on the song, and there's some, musical artists, you love them, but they're like, they're singing with like marbles in their mouth. They're not clear, so you don't want to learn pronunciation from them,
Right. Yes,
Uh,
I think that's a very good point.
but generally, I think so because you don't even think about it as you're singing, and it helps you with the rhythm, the reductions in English that tend to be more difficult for some
Mm,
learners. You hear a natural way that the word is pronounced, that can really help you.
very good. Excellent. Thank you, Natalia. That was really interesting to hear from you. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining me.
You too.
Thank you for listening. And if you want to become a member of a global tribe of inspiring professionals becoming confident in English, get on our wait list. You'll be the first to know when we open enrollment again. And I'll send you a code for a 40% discount off your first month of membership.